Is that the camera? You're cute. Is that the camera? Say hi. Hey guys, so I have never actually done a, Harper's standing right here. I have never actually done a update for Harper, like a monthly update. You know, I meant to, and then here we are a year later, and this is the first one that we've done for her. But I definitely wanted to kind of recap her at least last few months and just where she's at a year old. And so I went on Instagram and asked you guys to send in some questions. I thought that it would be fun to kind of make it a Q&A style and answer any questions that you guys have about little Miss Harper over there. A lot of you guys asked like similar questions or the same questions, so I'm not going to say who asked what. I'm also going to try to breeze through these because, like I said, that there's a lot of questions here and I don't want this to be in like an hour-long video. I guess I'll start with the size of Harper. The size of Harper, that's weird. She weighs 20 pounds, 20.2 pounds or something like that. We actually just had her 1 year checkup just a couple of days ago. And then she is 30.5 inches tall. So she is definitely tall. I think up until this point she's been in like the 90th percentile. I think this time for her height she was at the 86th percentile. She is wearing size 12 to 18 month clothing, and she is in size 5 diapers. Another question was, what is her personality? She is just a firecracker. She is just like a ball of sunshine. We absolutely love and adore her. Ever since Sarah was pregnant with her, I guessed that she was gonna be a very like strong-willed, independent. She just knows what she wants when she wants it, and if she doesn't want something, there's nothing you can do to get her to do it. Like, it has to be on her own terms. Like, I can tell that when she's like learning to tie her shoes and stuff, that she's gonna be the kind of toddler that wants to like learn it herself, and she's not gonna want me to help her too much. Like, she's just very independent and determined and strong-willed that way, which I absolutely love that about her. Aside from that, she is very, very sweet, very friendly, definitely a social butterfly. Whenever she meets somebody new, over the past couple of months, when she meets somebody new, she might act like a little shy and bashful, but literally only for like the first minute or two. And then if they want to hold her or play with her, she goes straight to them. She's bubbly with them. Everybody who meets her just instantly loves and adores her. So she's definitely very outgoing and bubbly and sweet and friendly. What are her favorite toys? She, for a long time, didn't really necessarily have any favorite toys.
Going to Wendy's, you want anything?
Yes. Normal, number one, extra cheese. Like, I did her monthly updates every month, and I was always looking for like a favorite toy to add into her monthly update. And she didn't really gravitate towards one that she has had since she was, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, is those cube things. I got it at Target. I saw a ton of vloggers with them, and those are definitely worth the price. I think it was either $30 or $50. It's wooden, but she still plays with that thing, and she is 12 months old, and I love that toy because it really has grown with her. She first started playing with it when she was learning how to stand up, and so she kind of like grabbed onto it and it helped her to stand, and then she would stand there and play with all of the toys. The toys on the top of the cube have always been her favorite, and so it really helped her to learn how to stand and to build her leg muscles, and then it has just grown with her from there. I did a little 1-year-old birthday present haul for her. I will link that video down below if you guys are curious as to what we got her for her birthday, but we got her that tent, and I didn't know she would understand the concept of a tent. Harper, you can't eat that. She loves eating cardboard. Legit. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I didn't know she would understand the concept of a tent. Move everything out of her reach. but she has loved playing with it. She instantly got it. She loves bringing all of her toys in there. I was hoping she'd be in the background playing with it during the video, but of course not. She wants just to get the camera. And then we also got her like these climbing cubes. She loves to climb. She has loved climbing since she knew how to climb. And then stuffed animals. Over the past month, before that she really didn't have any interest in stuffed animals, and then all of a sudden one day she picked up a little tiger that we had that I actually had gotten for my nieces to just have in the playroom, and it was cute. She picked it up and she squeezed it and it roared. It's a little tiger, and she was like, she instantly roared with it, which was so adorable. And ever since then, she instantly started calling it my baby, which I don't know where she picked that up, but she just held on to it and said, my baby. Another question that I got asked is, are we going to start putting her in any activities? I think that she would definitely love gymnastics because she just loves to climb everything. She has no fear. She's very confident. She doesn't mind falling over and bonking her head. She might cry for a minute, but it doesn't like deter her. She'll just get right back up and continue doing it. That goes along with her just determined personality. Joe is excited to enroll her in like karate. I definitely think that she's the kind of kid that would like gymnastics and like karate over like a dance class or cheerleading. Yeah.
Not karate. Jiu-jitsu.
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 Jiu-jitsu. She likes like roughhousing, climbing on you and just like kind of wrestling with you. She just absolutely loves that. How has Harper's sleeping been, and did we have to sleep train her? She has always been a really awesome sleeper. She has slept through the night since she was about 3 months old. Every now and then she wakes up in the middle of the night, but we just give her a little bottle and she goes right back to sleep. But like 99% of the time she sleeps through the night. She's always been a really great napper. She's never really even had very many sleep regressions, like just I would say like maybe 2. When she learned how to sit up, we had a little bit of a challenge because she would wake up in the middle of the night and she would like sit up in bed, and then she kind of like didn't know what to do with herself. She just recently went down to 1 nap a day. Sometimes she'll still do 2 naps a day, but for the most part it's just 1 nap a day. She'll wake up usually around 7:30 in the morning, and then she stays awake until about 12:30, and then she'll sleep from like 12:30 to 2, maybe 3, and then she'll be awake until like 7:30, and at 7:30 we'll start the going to bed process, and she'll be actually like asleep by 8 o'clock. So she sleeps from like 8 o'clock at night to 7:30 in the morning. So she's a really great sleeper. She goes down really easily. I never really had to do any sleep training with her. We didn't really give her pacifiers. When she was a newborn, I kind of wanted to see if she needed a pacifier before I just instantly started getting her in the habit of needing a pacifier without her actually needing a pacifier. So I kind of listened to her cues before I just stuck a pacifier in her mouth. And so we would really only use it when we were out and about. Like if I was in the store, I would give it to her when she was a little bit fussy. But then by the time she was like 2 months old, she wouldn't even take a pacifier. But from the time that she was a newborn to the time that she was 2 months old, she really only took a pacifier like less than 10 times. During the day, she does drink milk sometimes for a snack or with her meal, and so she'll have a bottle in the morning, and then she'll have 3 meals a day with some snacks like fruit or cheese or something like that. And then sprinkled in there, I will give her a sippy cup with water or milk, usually water, but sometimes I'll give her milk. She has been playing with all of her sippy cups, so I don't know where they are right now, but I will insert footage. Her favorite sippy cups are the Nook ones, and then also the Munchkin ones. And then there's another one with a straw that is her favorite sippy cup. I don't know if you'd still call that a sippy cup, but it's definitely her favorite to drink during the day with like water or milk. Another question was, how have you liked baby-led weaning? We have absolutely loved it. So when she was 6 months, I started her on purees because I wasn't planning on doing the baby-led weaning. But when I gave her the purees, she was just very fussy with it. She loved the oatmeal cereal. But when we moved on up to purees, she just really wasn't having it. And I could just see that it wasn't that she didn't like the flavor, but she didn't like that I was feeding it to her. Like, she's just very independent and she just wants to do everything herself on her own time. She just wants to be like the master of her own destiny. And so I could just quickly tell that it wasn't that she didn't like the flavors or anything like that. It was just that she wanted to do it herself. And so I thought, you know, baby led weaning really sounds like it would really go along with her personality more. And so at that point I started it. So I didn't start off with baby led weaning. If you do baby led weaning, you're not supposed to start with purees, but I had given her purees for a couple of weeks before doing it, and it's because I had transitioned into it. But ever since we started baby led weaning, she has been an amazing eater. She eats everything that we give her. The only two things that she doesn't like are bananas and avocados. Through the month, I tried giving them to her to see if she'll eventually like them, and she really doesn't, but everything else she loves. She loves chicken, all kinds of meats, cheese, vegetables, fruits, oatmeal, bread, rice, beans. She even likes lettuce. Her favorite foods right now are tomatoes, blueberries, cheese, and chicken. She has always loved chicken. She is just like a carnivore. Did you have a theme for her first birthday? We did. It was a watermelon theme, and we also had it at the lake. It was super fun. On her birthday, we kind of had it just be like a little family day. His mom was visiting. She's still visiting right now. And so we got her tent, and we put all of her toys in her tent with balloons, and we went out and got cupcakes with her. So that was her first birthday, like her actual birthday. And then about a week later, we had her birthday party, which was just a blast. What makes her cry? Ever since she was a newborn, getting her nose cleaned, she just absolutely hates it. She probably always will hate it. Getting her face cleaned and bonking her head. Other than that, she really doesn't get fussy. Even when she's teething, she just gets really cuddly. Is she talking yet? She is. She says, hi. She always says mommy and daddy. And she has recently started saying grandma, except she says mum for grandma, because we have had grandma visiting. If you point at the lights, she'll say lights and she'll point with you. She says my baby when she's playing with her toys. And then I do think that she's probably saying a few more things, and I just don't realize. She definitely babbles all day long, and I think that that babbling is starting to turn into words. So I think that she's probably saying more than I realize that she's saying right now. What are some of her favorite things? Right now she loves climbing, like I said. She loves her stuffed animals. She loves playing with books. She loves story time. She loves bath time. She's also a very independent player. Usually when I'm not talking to a camera, I think she's confused as to why I'm talking to a camera right now, but usually she just plays with her toys just very independently. If I put her in the loft and I'm like sitting on the couch like editing a video, she's perfectly happy to just explore her toys. She also loves handing me things. I don't know how it started. Like when we're going up the stairs, she'll like find any speck that's on the stairs and give it to me, and I'll say, give it to mommy, and she'll hand it to me, and she just absolutely loves coming over and handing me things, which is very convenient because if she picks up something, instead of putting it in her mouth, she like will walk over and give me like this tiny little speck of dirt, whereas I feel like a lot of other babies would have put it in their mouth. She knows to not put it in her mouth and to come give it to mommy because she's not supposed to have it. If I ask her to give it to mommy though, sometimes she'll get a little playful and she'll tease me. And then there's even been times where she has put something in her mouth and I'll put my hand underneath her mouth and I'll say, give it to mommy. And she'll like just instantly spit it out with no fuss. She doesn't even take it out with her hand. She just spits it right into my hand. And then the last couple of questions are centered around adoption. One of them was, when will you tell her that she is adopted? And then the other one was, are you guys planning on adopting again? So as far as when we'll tell her that she's adopted, we have already told her. We have just been talking to her about it since we were in the hospital with her. We definitely want to be very open with it throughout her whole life. We didn't want to have like an event in her life where we told her she was adopted. We felt like that would probably be more traumatic than just having her grow up with the knowledge. Also, when she just grows up with it, it's just normal for her. It's not like a big deal. We also have an open adoption, and so we obviously want her to always have a relationship with her birth parents and to know that side of her story, know where she came from, know them, have a relationship with them. And so obviously in order to do that, she would have to know who they are. And so yeah, we have adoption little storybooks that we read to her. And right now we just keep it very basic. And then we do plan on adopting again. We said that when Harper, well, a lot of adoption agencies have you wait a year before you can start the adoption process. And so we kind of just had that as a rule for ourselves too. And so we said that when she was a year old, we would start the adoption process again. Typically the adoption process takes, I think on average, it's like 9 months. But it can take up to like 2 or 3 years. It's definitely a very long process because basically we would do the same type of adoption that we did with her, which is we would just have our profile out there and we would wait for birth parents to choose us. And so you never know how long it's gonna take for you to be chosen. You could be chosen by birth parents right away, which would be crazy, but a lot of the times it takes about a year for you to get chosen by the birth parents. And then, oh, you bumped your head. You're okay. You have your book? You have your, oh, you have 2 books. 2 books. That is so fun. You want mommy to read those to you? Okay. I'm almost done, okay? And then we'll read some books and we'll get some lunch. So, yeah, we're gonna start the adoption process here in a couple of months, which I am so excited about. I'm hoping it doesn't take too long, but I'm also not necessarily wanting it to be tomorrow or anything. So I have to go read this little one some stories and get her some lunch, but I wanted to do a very, very, very long, I'm sure, 12-month Q&A. We just absolutely love Harper. I'm not gonna start crying at the end of this, but she is just a ball of sunshine and we are just so proud of her. She has hit all of her milestones either right when she was supposed to hit them or maybe like a couple of weeks or maybe even a month before she was supposed to hit them. She amazes us every day and we're just proud of her sweet little personality, how kind she is, how obedient she is. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love that little tutu on her butt. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.